Man, I really want to make this putt. I don't want to try too hard though. To quote Ron Rivera, our football coach for the Panthers, missed opportunities. All right, so we're out here on hole number 1. It's a Monday morning. It's a beautiful day out here. It could not be any more perfect weather. I think it's going to be like 62 today. What we're going to be testing out is, do you try too hard in golf? And what is trying too hard? What do people mean by that? To me, I think a lot of people say that to mean don't chase it so much. Let it come to you. Now, I don't hunt, but I know lots of hunters, and there's plenty of guys down here that would say, hey man, look, you just got to get up there in the tree stand. You just got to be real quiet, get your rifle, and get up there and sit down and just be real quiet and let the deer come in and just be so still and let them come in and then grab your rifle and murder them. So I get that. I get that. You're supposed to sort of take your time, not try so hard, not chase it so much. Hole number 1, fairway number 1. Now, when you're talking about don't try so hard, the reason that that's conflicting with what I normally go through is because, take for instance, work. I've never had my boss come in and say to me, hey Chad, you really trying too hard, buddy. You got to just slow down a little bit. You're working a little bit too hard, and it's making the rest of us look bad, okay? You just got to slow it down a little bit. You're working too hard. That has literally never happened to me. All right, I've got 120 to the flag. Off the back is dead, and it's the first hole. I mean, normally my pitching wedge will go 130, so I got plenty of club, but I'm just gonna knock it down a little bit and just try and kind of punch one in there almost. That's it. On the green. I've never had a boss or a co-worker or anybody come in and tell me you're trying too hard at work. Most of the time they want more effort, and the more effort you put in, the better the results. Another thing that people say all the time is, hey, if you want to be better, you got to practice more. You really got to get out there on the range and you got to play more, you got to practice more, you got to work on your chipping, you got to work on your putting, you got to get around the green and work on that in your short game. If you want to be better, you got to put in the work, right? Hopefully that didn't roll that into the fairway bunker. So you know those little 3 and 4 footers, even some 2 footers, the putts, that's where you can really apply this whole stop trying so hard concept, because with those, it's a simple putt. If you make it more complicated than it really is, you're never going to make those putts. So I've only played this course once, and it was a few months back, but this course is in great shape. I've played the first 3 holes, and I am 2 over through 3 holes. Parred the first hole, bogey on second and third, but didn't play them bad. Just missed a few putts. Back to this whole not trying thing. Basically, you have to have confidence in yourself. You have to have trust in yourself. You have to know that you've put in the work and that you've worked on all of the skills that are going to be necessary to put a ball off the tee down the fairway, to put a ball out of the fairway and onto the green, and put a ball from the green into the cup. Get up and down when you miss the greens, get back out and play whenever you miss the fairways. If you don't have those skills developed enough to where you have some sort of confidence in them, then you can't go out and perform on the course, and then you really are going to be chasing it. And sometimes when you set goals for yourself of, I want to shoot scratch golf, or I want to shoot 5 over today, or I want to go out and play bogey golf, or I want to go out and hit, 9 out of 18 greens, whatever your goal might be, if you push yourself too hard, you put all that pressure on yourself and you can't perform. No, but that's a pretty solid putt. It's pretty good. Easy swinging. Look, I'm no pro. I'm probably not much better than most of you guys out there. So what am I even doing? Trying to help you out and give you tips. I know most of you out there are probably thinking, what's with this moron? He can't even hit a fairway. He can't hit a green. Hell, I hit at least 10 greens every time I go out and tee it up. And this guy struggles to hit 5. You got a good point there. And I've never claimed to be a pro, nor a teacher. But I do think that occasionally I stumble across a thing here and there that might help some of us out. And I try to share them with you. After all, that's the whole point of the name of the channel. Golf Test Dummy. And I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good shot right there. Nice. Out of the fairway, and onto the green. This hole, not giving a damn thing. Might be something to that. So I just hit my best drive of the day. Striped it right down the middle, good flight. It's a par 5. I've still got 230 something yards, way down a gully, and then way back uphill into the breeze. Tiny green. I mean, I've got no shot of making it, so there's really no point in going for it. Here, I'm just going to take the pressure off. I'm going to try and hit a 7-iron over to a flat spot that's kind of halfway up the hill where they give you this sort of layup area, and then trying to hit a wedge into the green. Trying too hard can be interpreted so many different ways, and it really depends on who the message is going to and who the message is coming from. I think that in the spirit of most people, in my case, I don't know about your case, but in my case, most people telling me that I'm trying too hard means that I'm really just letting it eat away at me. I'm thinking about it all day. I'm thinking about it all night. I'm letting it ruin my day. I'm letting it just become more of like a serious thing in my head instead of, hey man, just go out and enjoy your hobby. But I can tell you this much. I've never understood the person that's able to go out and play 5 or 6 times a year, or even 20 times a year, and just say, hey man, I'm just out here to hit the ball right. I'm just out here to have fun. There are so many other activities that you can do that require a lot less skill, a lot less time, and a lot less money than golf. Go buy a Frisbee, get some cornhole boards, get a few beers, and go out to the park with your buddies. It's free. Dead straight down the middle. Drawn a little too much. I don't know. We'll get up there and see. They rate this course at a 69.9, and the slope is about 130. Man, this course is difficult. Par. I just piped that ball down the middle of the fairway. The driver's going well on the backside. Man, I'm hitting the middle of the fairways. It's flying nice. It's great. It's on the green. On this backside, I'm hitting the ball pretty well. And the reason for that is because I'm thinking only about how my club is going to interact with what is holding the ball. All right, if it's on a tee, I'm only thinking about the bottom of my driver clipping that tee. That's it. No mechanics, no nothing. If the ball is sitting on the turf, I'm only thinking about that sweet little divot coming out right after the ball. Holy hell, the ball striking is getting legendary. For me anyway. Normally a 6-iron for me goes, you know, I can get it 175. I had to hit an iron off the tee back there, And I just went past a marker that I shot that was 190 yards away from me, and I'm past it. It says 121. Coming out of the rough, it's all carry. I can be deep. I'm just gonna do, I'm facing kind of downhill. I'm in the rough. I think I'm just gonna play a piece of a 9-iron. Go in. Ooh, the golf is on today, son. Holes like this are a total buzzkill. It's a par 4, it's 385 yards long, but it's uphill almost your whole tee shot. And I know the camera probably doesn't do it justice, but everything tilts away and everything's going uphill. And then you even got this other tee box right over here that's just jutting out. It's just screaming at you, hey man, don't start it out too low or you'll run into this hill. It's almost a mental game that the course plays with you to try and get you to help the ball up. And then what's going to happen? You're going to top it right into the hill. So with this one, I'm just trying to put that stuff out of my mind. I'm just trying not to think about it. Now I'm setting up on the right hand side of the tee box because I want to go that way, away from the trouble. Yeah, if I get up in these trees on the left, it's going to be a terrible second shot. But out into the right, you can see there's nothing of value out there for me. It is a powerful, tight, high, long draw, man. Another fairway. All right, this is a tricky shot for me anyway. I'm in the middle of the fairway. I'm shooting 111 to the back flag, but it's uphill at least a half a club, so it's going to be more like 115, 116, somewhere in there. It's going to be off flight. And normally I'd go with like a 50-degree wedge, but that's a full shot. So I'm going to try and take a little bit less of a swing, and I'm just going to play a pitching wedge up there, see what I get. Easy, easy. And it's right over the flag. Man, I'll tell you what, I have been waiting to play golf this way for years. So it turned out better than I expected. I thought I was going to be a little long. That's a birdie putt. And that's perfect. So at the end of the day, what have I learned about trying too hard? I learned that there is a balance that you need to find. You know what you can put in relative to your schedule. But you do need to put in that time to work on your game. But at the same time, you can't let it consume you like it does me at times. It consumes my thoughts. I get upset over it. I let it drag me down. I let it affect how I approach the next shot, how I approach the next round, how I approach my practice. It can really grab a hold of you. And I think that's what people really mean when they say to me, hey, you're trying too hard. Just ease back a little bit. Is that maybe I'm getting just a little bit too involved in something that should be an enjoyable hobby. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Click the thumbs up button down below. And I'll see you next time.